I want to thank all you for coming here to my birthday party tonight. Thrilled. You guys went above and beyond, TJ and Naba. Absolutely. That sign's wrong. It's supposed to say Jim on it. I don't know what went wrong. But yes, TJ, to answer your question, this was a great birthday present, so thank you. So, first of all, I just wanted to welcome everybody here. If you looked at the blue card, you can see that there are a lot of people that traveled from a lot of destinations to get here. Thank you for showing up. I know they appreciate it. It's great to see you. Thank you. Give yourself a hand. So we got a chance to catch up with the Aga family last night. We had a good time at Hazel's. It's great to talk to everybody. You're a great family, great people. Thank you. So Naba has been with us. I say with us because it's been 9 years for you two. But she's been with our family for a very long time because I had to watch TJ drive to Ann Arbor. So she's been at our family events, and we've done a couple of Michigan football games. Go Blue, right? Done the new Buffalo trips, right? But now it's official. Welcome to the Petrus family. Give her a hand. All right. Before I get too far into TJ, got to get into that a little bit. Couple of loose ends, and I apologize that we have to do this in front of all these people, but I think we have some loose ends, TJ. First of all, that landlord at the Hovey House, Elton Mao, keeps sending us bills for the times you didn't mow the lawn. Please settle that up. The other one, this is an interesting one too. It could mean a lot of money. ISU's radio station, WZND, is looking for Teej the Deej. Yeah, woo! Yeah, they want to send you on a few gigs, maybe do some album cover things. But that's awesome. I enjoyed it. When you were on there, it was really cool. Stop at work and just kind of go to the side. But yeah, could be NIL money too. You should look into that. But anyway, so TJ, we had TJ for, it kind of sounds weird like he's gone. We had him for 22 years with us, and Naba kind of took him away. But it was interesting when he came home from college in COVID 2020, spring break, never went back. We know what happened then. And they only went back to clean their stuff out for him and Mark, and they came home for good. So I thought, well, we're going to get some time. We'll get some time. We got this, right? That's in March. They finished school in May. And then he texted me one day and said, Dad, you need to take me to the truck rental place. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? So he's like, I'm renting a one-way truck to Ann Arbor. So I'm like, oh, okay. That's a little different. And sure enough, we get the truck, comes home, his buddies, many of whom are sitting at this table here, load it up, clean out his room, off he goes. I was like, he's not coming back. This wasn't a joke. But yeah, that's kind of an unexpected story that, I didn't think we would have that right away. But before then, we had a ton of fun. We had a bunch of great vacations, and the sports were fantastic. I got to coach him, got to watch him play. And I would say everything was really fun except T-ball. Dude, T-ball was a disaster. And any parent out there that went through that, I'm sorry. It is just a terrible situation. But, the kids, they look forward to snack time at the end of the game. That's what they want, and that's what they're going to get. But the other stuff was fun, no doubt about it. And then we did some scouts. Again, he comes home from school, Nature Ridge, and he's coming home, and he's like, Dad, I want to join scouts. It was actually pretty fun. I mean, we did a lot of cool activities. But we also participated in the Pinewood Derby car race. If anybody's done that, you know what I'm talking about now, right? So you get this block of wood, you shape it into a car, and then you race that car down the track against everybody else in your pack and the surrounding city packs. So I never told TJ, he was in Scouts for 3 years, never told him this. The first year, he went up to bed, I was messing with the block of wood. Bad idea. I'm not all that handy here. I destroyed it. And went to Dennis, our leader, and said, I need a new block of wood. But what I realized is it burns well in a fire pit. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's just solid. So we built 3 really good cars over the course of 3 years. They didn't run very well, though. But TJ figured out why they didn't run well. We were always last. I couldn't figure it out. The problem is we had a design flaw. The wheels go on the bottom. It just didn't get it right. So anyways, but that was a fun activity for a while. What I've learned with TJ over time, and a lot of kids his age, because I know a lot of these boys right here, is when something's important to them, their whole mindset changes, and their priorities change, and they get more determined, they get more accountable, responsible. And the example with TJ is in 8th grade, he wanted to play Raiders football. Bartlett Raiders was a big deal in Bartlett. Bartlett Raiders, silver and black, right? Raiders are silver and black. So this particular league has a weight limit to it. You have to be under a certain weight to play any position. If you're over, you can play, but you have to play certain positions. But over the weight means you have to wear an orange stripe on your helmet. So I was thinking, because he wasn't too happy about that first, silver, black, and orange. Probably jumps out at everybody, right? So TJ, a couple weeks before the first official weigh-in, comes home and says, I'm a little bit over, but I'm not wearing the stripe. I'm not going to do it. I'm like, well, you kind of are right now, unless you do something about it. And he did. I mean, he's got a couple weeks here to do something. And I saw him just change. Working out like crazy. We're eating broccoli and cooked carrots all of a sudden. I mean, I don't know what's going on. But sure enough, he gets under that weight. And he's not striped. And I know he was happy about that. We talked about that before. And it was like, okay, that was 1 week. He had to do that for every week throughout the season and the playoffs. So I thought that was pretty cool. The fact that he stepped up, that accountability, that the desire to say, hey, I want to accomplish this, that's a big deal. And you look for those signs, and when you get them, you're kind of like, hey, I did something right somewhere, right? But, I look at Naba too, very similar. I mean, what you did at University of Michigan grad school, fantastic. I mean, furthering your education, great stuff. Give her a hand for that. And they also share the same interest. I mean, you heard it in the vows tonight, but we have seen several pictures. They send us a lot of them. We got the little Framio, and they're hiking, camping, they're watching sunsets. They're doing really fun things. You could tell they're smiling all the time. It's great stuff. And I know they love their concerts. In fact, do you have to leave early to go to another one tonight? Just checking. Usually they have to get out because there's a concert. Okay, we eliminated that one for tonight. Thank you. It's my birthday, Okay. But before we do a toast, because I know I'm maybe more lengthy than you want me to be, but before we do a toast, I have a request. And remember, it's my birthday, so I get to have a request. All the friends up here, all of the support base right up here, I see you guys once a year. Once a year. Is that going to trigger anything, guys? The annual keg crawl must continue. Yes. Our garage is always available And it's heated. It's heated. No, I'm not messing around here. You will be comfortable, as you have been for the last several years. And the good part for me is they leave the keg. It's always Miller Lite. But anyways, so that's what I wanted to mention tonight. I think we need to give TJ and Naba a great toast here. We wish you the very best in your journey together, guys. Congrats.
I don't even know that many words in English, as many he said, but let's start. So we are here to talk about the effects of tariff on, sorry, that's next week, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Thank you, everybody. I'm Zafar, aka Naba's dad, and all who know me or doesn't, thanks for joining us to be with us on this happiest day in our life and as well as Naba. We've got a lot of friends who came from different parts. Got from Chicago, thank you, from Toledo, from South Elgin, I have to point out, from Connecticut, from England, and also from America's 51st state, Canada. Thanks very much for being here. It's a bit surreal moment for me, my first daughter getting married. I don't know how to put it in words. And if I have to relate it to the same time when I saw her first time and she was 10 days old. I wasn't there when she was born. She was in England, I was in Pakistan. So when I saw her first time, again, same thing, you are becoming a parent first time. How you deal with it? What is this thing? Okay. And I think all the parents, grandparents, to-be parents have gone through, will go through the same thing. But the best part is when they grow, we grow as parents. And I can safely claim that I'm the person who has most, hours or time with her and her mom. We are the people who know her from day zero. And I've seen her coming from a baby to this wonderful person. Every parent loves their kids the same way, give or take. We all have the feelings no matter what relationship we are in. It's just how we express it differently. To our sons, to our daughters, to siblings. Probably I'm not a very good guy to express my feelings for her. But I think everything I held in my life, in my hand, she is the most precious thing, which I gave away today to TJ. My concern was if TJ said, let me think, what would I say at that point? But thank you, TJ. I know Naba we all went through adversities. It made us strong, it made us better, made our relationship better. And if I can think that, am I proud of my daughter? I'm very much. Anybody would be. But I'm really proud of you. Thank you very much for becoming what you are and making us so happy that we're here and hope this thing continues the way it is. I have known TJ for a few years. I don't know him as much most of the guys would know. But if I had ever thought that who would be the best guy to take care of my daughter, I can safely say it would be a person like him. So firstly, I would like to thank Jim and Diane for raising up such a wonderful son. And thank you for taking care of my daughter today. I would like to toast not so many words. I'd like to propose a toast to Naba and TJ. And I hope if we are around, we celebrate your 50th wedding anniversary. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hope you go down together.
Oh, wow. Oh, we're on, huh? Yeah, that's the power of a microphone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have the speech. Thank you. Give me a second here. Just give me a second here. Hold on to that for me, please. Thank you. This is my W-2. Check if I made any money this year. I spent a lot on Pokemon cards. Yeah, it's pretty stupid. It's okay. Money's fake. Hey, hold this one for me. Hold that one for me. It's the speech. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the bride and the groom one more time. Howdy, my name is Paul, and I've been given the honor of being TJ's best man. When TJ and Naba invited me to visit them last April, I thought it was just going to be a chill weekend with my friends. Little did I know, my boy would ask me to be his best man. I don't know why you would trust me with a microphone, but it's not my wedding. Obviously, I'm joking. I wouldn't say anything too dumb. I like to say I'm a liability. But if I had $1 for every time TJ got injured on a trip with the boys, I'd have $2, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened. Where am I? Dollar number one comes from our 5th grade trip to Navy Pier. I don't know who thought it would be great to send a bunch of 5th graders on a party boat to Navy Pier, but they did. And on said party boat, there was obviously dancing, jumping around. Very nice, very fun. And I didn't see this happen, but apparently during the dancing, TJ went a little too hard. And was jumping up and down, head bobbing, and then all of a sudden, neck was, I don't even know, you pull a muscle or something, or whiplash, that's what it was. Good movie. And so, the whole bus ride home, and I don't know how long it took you to get over the whiplash, but he was just, the whole rest of the day, just like this, couldn't move his neck. It was something else, I don't know how you get whiplash from head bobbing like that, but you can. And then dollar number two is very recent, coming from our trip to Las Vegas. Me, Jimmy, and a third guy flew into Vegas. TJ's flight was a little late, but the whole time TJ's texting us, he's like, guys, my foot hurts. Like, it hurts really bad. I'm hobbling through the airport and everything. And we're like, how bad could it possibly be? He shows up in the lobby. This guy is literally moving at, I don't know, 1 mile an hour. Would you say that's fair? That's fair. And so the whole time he's like, don't worry, I'll be fine for the concert tomorrow. I brought some painkillers and everything. And by the end of the night, we were realizing the painkillers ain't gonna do anything, brother. That was a big pain. So we found out you could rent a scooter, one of those little mobile scooters. Next day, got it delivered. All of a sudden, he's whipping and ripping down the sidewalk. We're trying to catch up to him, but the whole time we're telling him, like, man, you're not actually injured. It's stolen valor. It was stolen valor, but the real cream of the crop, when we were saying this all day, people would come up to him and be like, oh my God, we hope you're okay. And we hit him with the, nah, it's stolen valor. He's just faking it. Don't worry about it. And at the end of the night, we're talking to some guy. We explain the story, and the guy goes, oh, that's just stolen valor. So it was a nice little full circle moment. It really validated us. So we poke fun, but it's all love, my boy. Just some hilarious situations that make for some good stories. TJ's the type of guy who isn't afraid to wear his heart on his sleeve. He always makes his opinions and the emotions behind them known. He cares deeply for his friends and family and the bonds he shares between them. Whether it's making sure you're staying hydrated at a music festival or making you feel like his home is your home, TJ's going to make sure you're comfortable. Along with his heart on his sleeve, TJ is a huge competitor. Me and TJ have been rivals in Super Smash Bros. For like 10 years now. I can't tell you how many times we've ran Mario vs. Marth Battlefield no items. It's been a while. We got to run it a little bit, brother. Hundreds of games just for our win-loss record against each other to be pretty much even. Maybe we're two evenly matched gods constantly trying to see who can cement their skill in history. Or we're just two guys who enjoy a silly fighting game. Either way, that silly fighting game has produced some pretty fond memories. Healthy competition is great, but there have been times where TJ was maybe a little too competitive. This is the same guy who went with us to Epic Air back in high school, participated in the dodgeball games that they would have, and pelt 12-year-olds with foam balls while screaming, "I'm an animal. I'm an animal." It was genuinely a coughing baby versus hydrogen bomb matchup, but damn was it hilarious. The pages are stuck. But that's what makes TJ TJ. A guy with a big heart and sense of humor. A guy who pushes his friends to be the best version of themselves. A guy that lights up the room and makes everyone feel welcome in that room. Let me wrap this up by saying, TJ, I wish you nothing but peace, joy, love, comfort, and blessings. Not just in your marriage, but in your life as well. You're a great guy who works hard and cares twice as hard for the people you love. You inspire me to challenge myself, to believe in the ideals that matter the most to me, and to always take things one step at a time and enjoy life. Naba, I know you already know this, but you got yourself a keeper. I don't know where I am. You guys are made for each other and bring out the best in both of you. Two bright personalities that push each other to make the other beautifully shine. I hope that never changes and your love for each other continues to grow deeper. So now I'd like to raise a toast. Power of a microphone. Very nice. Bear with me here, just a little more gamer lingo just for TJ. To my lieutenant and my fellow dung-covered peasant convention enjoyer. TJ gets it. Congratulations on your marriage, and I'm so glad I got to be a part of it. Here's to celebrating the gaming sessions, the late-night debauchery, the concerts, the skiing trips, and so many other memories that would take way too long to list. And to the new memories that have yet to be created. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If no one got me, I know TJ got me. I love you, brother, and congrats one more time.
Hi, everyone. I'm Essence, and I have the privilege of being one of Napa's Maid of Honors. So I'm not exactly sure how a Maid of Honor speech is supposed to go, if I'm supposed to tell a joke or an embarrassing story or pretend not to be emotional, even though I'm very emotional right now. But I figured I'd start with something that feels true to us. When I think about Naba, one of the first things that comes to my mind is her love for taking pictures, capturing the moment. If you know her, you know this. She's always been the friend who will pull out her camera and snap a picture to seal the moment, even in the times that don't feel picturesque. But later, when you're looking back, those pictures become everything. They freeze time. They hold feelings. They remind you who you were with, and what your world looked like at that time. Naba has always understood that a picture is worth 1,000 words. So tonight, instead of a picture, here are my 1,000 words to you. Okay. We met in 2009 at Gregory Middle School's 7th grade volleyball tryouts, right after she moved to Naperville. I don't think either of us knew that day we were about to meet someone that would change our lives forever. Almost 17 years and counting. We were just kids, awkward, nervous, probably pretending to be more confident than what we really were, but something authentic drew us together. And from that moment on, we were locked in. Nearly 2 decades later, through growing up, growing pains, heartbreaks, funerals, celebrations, graduations, new beginnings, all of it, she's been there. She isn't just one of my best friends. She's my longest friend, one of my oldest friends, a constant. Before the speech, I went down a little memory lane. I scrolled through our Facebook posts and the pictures that Naba took that I had mentioned and our messages. And if you were a teenager on Facebook in the 2000s, you know, or you remember the truth is posts that you would post on, someone's Facebook to, tell them how you feel about them. Over and over again, ours said the same thing. We've been locked in since day one. We fight, but we've made it through, and I love you. And it's funny because I don't remember a single one of our fights. And usually that's what people tend to remember most, unfortunately, the bad times. Those usually are the ones that stick out the most. But not with us. What I do remember is us having hundreds of pictures every time we got together. I remember making random videos because we could. The bus rides where we learned every lyric of The Real Slim Shady by Eminem. Like it was our life's mission. I remember helping dye her hair with real Kool-Aid because we didn't have any money to buy real hair dye. And honestly, for 2 kids that didn't know what they were doing, we did a pretty good job. I remember our Wing Wednesdays with our trio group. We would literally count up quarters at my house and order the boneless wings from Domino's because that's all we could afford at the time. We didn't have much, but we had each other. And somehow those were some of the richest days of our lives. And that's the thing about growing up with someone. You see every version of them. I've seen Naba as a 12-year-old trying to figure out who she was. I've seen her in middle school through teenage heartbreak and, frankly, crying over boys who didn't deserve those tears in the first place. I've seen her grieving the loss of people who we loved, standing strong when life felt unbearably heavy. I've seen her cry tears of joy when good news came. I've seen her laugh so hard she couldn't breathe. And through it all, she's been the same at her core: loyal, passionate, protective, and full of heart. That's what I love most about our story. It's not perfect, but it's real. We've had our ups and downs, but we've always chosen each other. And now, Naba, you're choosing someone else in the same way that has that kind of forever. TJ, I want to say something to you. You've got someone incredibly special. You're getting the girl who will always take the time to freeze the moment in a picture because she understands the value it'll have later on. You're getting the woman who loves deeply and fully. You're getting someone who will stand by you in joy and through hardships. Someone who will celebrate the wins like they're her own. Someone who will fight for you, be loyal, and build with you. I've loved Naba with my whole heart for 17 years, and I'm so grateful that she now has someone like you to share it with. Those are the parts of her that I came to know and love. And my prayer is that you continue to see all of those beautiful parts, that you protect them, that you nurture them, that you help heal any parts of her that ever felt broken. And Naba, my prayer for you is the same. That you continue to love TJ fully and fearlessly, and that together you create a home that feels safe, joyful, and unshakable. You two are going to share things that Naba and I never will: milestones, memories, traditions, and a life built side by side. And as much as I've cherished her for so many seasons, I couldn't be happier that she's found a forever in you. Naba, you've been a constant in my life, through every version of me, through every chapter, and now you get to be that constant in TJ's life. And tonight, as we take pictures, because we will take pictures, I hope that years from now, when you look back on them, you remember not just how everything looked, but how it felt. The love in this room, the joy, the history, the new beginning. A picture may be worth 1,000 words, but again, these are my 1,000 words to you. They would simply say this: I love you, I'm proud of you, I'm grateful for you, and I'm so happy you found a love that feels like home. So let's raise a glass to a lifetime of marriage and to a love story that will give you thousands and thousands more beautiful pictures to look on. To Naba and TJ.
Wow. Everything Essence just said, I also agree with. But in all seriousness, for those of you who don't know me and Essence have both known Naba for a long time. I've known Naba now for like a million years, but probably more like 15 if we were to really count it in like real time. And over those years, I don't know what to say right now because like this is the truest friendship I've ever had. And the process of going through your wedding planning with you has also been just a testament to, you know, our craft, our dedication and passion for our friendship and helping each other and building something so, so beautiful. And as Paul told his stories, Essence told her stories, and as the father of the groom and bride told their stories tonight, I have just been overwhelmed by this feeling of the sense of community that this couple has brought us, and how no matter what, I've always known Naba has been, my best friend ever. Don't ever question that. And I would like to say, oh, TJ, now we're giving her over to you. But the truth is, I've gotten to know TJ over the years too. And I'm very protective over my friends, especially my female friends as a woman. And I am extremely happy that my best friend ended up with you, TJ. Because I've seen you really prove yourself and be, whatever it means to be a man. That's what TJ is. Well, really, let's define that, because he's dedicated to her. He's shown up for her. He has really proven himself that he's worthy of our girl. So I love you both. And that's all I have to say. And thank you, everyone, for joining us on, this wedding tonight, because I think we just want to have fun. Thank you.
Wow, so many great speeches tonight. So can we get a round of applause for everyone that's, stood up here? It's very difficult to do, so. And can we also get a round of applause for how beautiful my wife looks today? How absolutely hot and stunning she is. All I hope is that Plantera has a really good fire suppression system, not for the candles, but just for how hot she is right now. So I really hope that they got their good insurance policy here. Nothing more I can say. We thank all of our friends and family for showing up here, and we couldn't have asked for a better group of people here tonight. And we just love each and every one of you, so thank you for coming here. The only other thing I have to say is that the Miller Lights are in finite supply, and the birthday boy that's his favorite drink. So if you want a Miller Lite, you're gonna have to ask him first, because they only got a couple cases. So, ask him and maybe he'll give you some. But that's all I have to really say. Thank you guys all for coming, and have a great rest of your night. And please enjoy it. Have drinks, have some food, dance. We have an audio guest book to record messages. We have a photo booth over here. Please make yourselves at home as homely as it can be. That's it. Thank you all for coming.